Hey guys, welcome to the fourth session of Security Architecture and Design Review course. So in this session, I'm going to discuss threat modeling basics, its tools, and techniques. So let's start. What is a threat model? Before answering this question, let's ask these questions to ChatGPT. So just going to open ChatGPT, new chat, and so here is the answer from ChatGPT. So ChatGPT says a threat model is a structured approach used in cybersecurity and risk management to identify, assess, prioritize potential threats and vulnerabilities that would impact an organization's information systems, data, asset, or operations. The goal of creating a threat model is to gain a better understanding of the security risk an organization faces and to develop effective strategy for mitigating or managing those risks. So here's some key component that involved in creating a threat model. So it says identification of assets, identify threats, assess vulnerabilities, risk management, risk mitigations, monitoring and adoption, documentations, and so on. Okay, great stuff. Now let's move to our slides. So if you ask me, the one-liner definition of the threat model is, so threat modeling is an analyzing representation of face systems to highlight concerns about security and privacy characteristics. So at the highest level, when we perform the threat model, we ask 4 key questions. So number 1, what are we working on? Number 2, what can go wrong? Number 3, what are we going to do about it? And number 4, did we do a good enough job? Take example, like when you are defining the scope or narrow down the scope. So did you cover everything or something has left out which may cause a problem at later stage? So this kind of questions you need to ask yourself. So now next question comes, why we do threat modeling? So when we perform threat modeling, you begin to recognize what can go wrong in your systems. It also allows you to pinpoint design and implementation issues that require mitigations, whether it is early or throughout the lifetime of the systems. So the output of threat model, which are known as a threats, inform decisions that you might make it subsequent design, development, testing, and post-deployment phases. So who should do threat model? You, everyone, anyone who is concerned about the privacy, safety, and security of their systems. So it is not just alone responsibility of the security team to perform the threat modeling. I mean, as a developer or as a stakeholder of the applications, as a data owner, you, if have any knowledge or you have any input, you can also contribute to the threat modeling and help the security team to make the robust and sustainable threat model, right? So now let's look some of the tools that are utilized for threat modeling. So in this session, I'm going to cover 3 tools basically, and I'll see whether I do have license or not. But Microsoft is one of the free tools available, and it's a widely used tool. We'll see the demonstration on Microsoft Threat Modeler. Another tool is Iris Risk and the Threat Modeler. So I need to find it out whether I have the license for Threat Modeler and Iris Risk. As per my understanding, they have the community version available for the Threat Modeler as well as for Iris Risk. So we'll do some hands-on on these tools as well. We'll see how the DFT has been created, how the architecture diagram will be incorporated into these tools, and how the output comes, how the report looks like. So few of the features will be available maybe with the paid subscriptions. So there we do have the limitations, but still I'll try to cover as much as I can. So now let's move to the next section of this course. So now let's learn some of the technique that we are going to perform on the threat modeling. So what techniques those are when someone's performed the threat model? Okay. So here it is. So these are the threat modeling technique: STRIDE, PASTA, TRIKE, WEST, DREAD, and attack trees. So STRIDE stands for spoofing, tampering, repudiations, information disclosure, denial of service, elevation of privileges. PASTA stands for process of attack simulation and threat analysis. And it has like defined objective, defined technical scope, decompositions and analysis of applications, and threat analysis, vulnerabilities and weakness analysis, analyze modeling and simulations, risk and impact analysis. And the DRAG model is like kind of damage, response, reproducibility, exploitability, affected users, and discoverability. So damage, like impact of an attack, how severe it is, reproducibility, how easily can the attack be produced. So exploitability, how easy to launch the attack, affected users, how many users will be impacted, discoverability, how easily can the vulnerability be found, right? So if you talk about the STRIDE, how the STRIDE works, what is all about. So let's see. So if you see the type of threat in STRIDE is like spoofing, tampering, repudiations, information disclosure, denial of service, elevation of privileges. So if I take the example for spoofing, it will see what was the violated. So take example, spoofing, what is can be violated is authentication. And how was it violated? So impersonating something or someone known and trusted. In the same case of tampering, what can be violated here is integrity. So, and what can be violated in integrity? So modifying data on disk, memory, or network etc. Like someone has able to replay the packet or something, and with due to that he was able to full the applications and able to get the expected results like that. Repudiations and non-repudiations, like claim to not to responsible for an action. Someone has sent a for like the basic example, someone has sent in an email, spoofing email or something, and he's saying, no, I have not sent this email, kind of stuff. Information disclosure, so confidentiality. So providing information to someone who's not authorized. Someone is able, without having the proper authentication or authorizations, is able to get hands on the classified data, right? So denial of service, so availability, so denying access to the resources required to provide the service. So any legitimate user who has the rights, who has the who's authorized and authenticated, but he's not able to access the legitimate source or data. Elevation of privileges is like authorizations, so allowing access to someone without proper authorizations. So someone is authenticated but may not be authorized to access some of the data or some of the links, or maybe the secure link. Take example, someone is, if you see any financial banking application, someone is authorized to log into the platform, but his KYC is not done, so he can't see the let's say it's the CVV number or maybe the account balance into his account, because his KYC is not done, and so he is not authorized to view all those information or to get or fetch those information, but still he's able to pass it and is still able to do that. That means something's wrong, right? So so this is, I think, all about these threat modeling techniques for these sessions. So now next sessions we are going to have more depth digging for how to use these tools. I'm going to give a demo for Microsoft Threat Modeler. I'll try to set up the Iris and the Threat Modeler as well. So thanks for watching this session. See you next session.